software for a few $100s that basically automates your entire business, so you don't have to hire employees. I mean, so the focus here is it's so important to focus on things to grow your business, like testing new ads, joint ventures, partnerships, driving new traffic. In the next section, we'll talk a little bit more about automation and software that help you do that. If you look at all the home-based businesses that are making over $100,000 or more, you're going to notice one common trait, and that is they all share information with their visitors and subscribers. Now, I'm talking about free tools, free newsletters, free reports, and there's all for one purpose, and that is to persuade that person, that visitor, that subscriber, to purchase from you, to make a buying decision. Or if they've already bought from you, it's actually to get that repeat purchase again. Now, you may be thinking, how does this benefit me, by giving away free information? We have to understand something, that is that most people don't go online to buy a product. They actually go online to search for information, to research something. Think about it. You don't go online to buy something to solve your diabetes, or buy something to solve your arthritis, or buy a new car online. You go online to search for information about new cars. You go online to search about how diabetes affects you. You go to search about how there's different solutions to your arthritis problems. I mean, the whole goal there is your job is to turn that yearn for information into that yearn for your product. Because they're looking for information online, not necessarily going online to buy a product. Now, there's some exceptions to the rule, and the big catalog stores like Amazon and the CD purchasers and so on, but it gives you a basic idea. Now, how does giving this information actually, what does it accomplish? Well, first thing, it builds credibility of you, showing you know what you're talking about, so they feel more comfortable buying from you. 2, it actually gets them to trust you more, so they want to buy from you again. 3, it actually allows you to present your product as a solution to their problem. And 4, my favorite, is the best excuse to actually give you an excuse to follow up with your customers. These are why newsletters are so powerful. And I want you to think about this. Anyone can start one. I mean, and everyone should start one. And people say, sometimes they come to me and say, I don't have any topic to start a newsletter with. I can't think of what to say. We need to know that everyone has a topic. Everyone has a reason to write a newsletter. Maybe something that you consider common knowledge, but your customers is very interesting stuff. I put a challenge out every time I've spoken to say, if you think you don't have any topic for your newsletter, you come challenge me. And every single time, no one's ever beat me. I always have a topic for the newsletter. No matter what business they're in, if they're a dry cleaning business or a grocery business, I will give them a topic that they can use for a newsletter. And I want to tell you why. There's 3 main points why I want to do this, the benefits of this. First thing is you're collecting opt-in email addresses to build a subscriber base that you can now mail again and again and again and make more money from and make product offers. 2 is you're establishing credibility and rapport and a relationship with the customer that is necessary for them to make a buying decision from you. And 3, and my favorite, is it's almost no cost. So whatever you make is a lot of its profit. And if you make a mistake or screw up, it's no big deal because it's almost no cost to do it in the first place. So I want you to listen to for a second here what happened to one of our interviewees from Secrets to Their Success. His name is Preston Ruther, and he owns wire-sculpture.com. Listen to what he has to say. My business lives and dies around my newsletter called The Wire Worker. I now have 11,000 subscribers and publish it weekly. I started it off right away just like Corey suggested, but never made a sale for about 8 months. I was literally 2 days away from telling all of my subscribers, go to hell, you cheapskates. That's when I got on the phone for a consultation with Corey and I told him about my problem. He said, just ask for the order. I did, and the next week I got $3,500 in orders. See what I mean? Newsletters are very profitable. Now, while offers are really important to send to your list, you need to be very careful. You don't want to take it too far. You have a very targeted list of your best potential customers. You don't want to offend them. So putting a light plug in your newsletter is good. And if you actually decide to send out independent promotions, meaning that you're actually send a newsletter and then separately you're going to send a full-out email that has promotional material with no content in it, you may want to completely not even put a light plug in your newsletter at all and just offer content. So it's a good way to look at it. Now, one of the most common questions I get is, what about free newsletters compared to paid newsletters? Now, what about offering a free newsletter compared to charging for the information in the newsletter? And you may be thinking, there's no way I'm offering my information for free. Well, you may want to reconsider that because a lot of times a free newsletter can be actually more profitable than a paid newsletter. And I should mention one thing about a paid newsletter, is that if you have a paid newsletter, somebody has to pay for your material. You need to make sure that content is very, very valuable. You can't just take run-of-the-mill industry expertise and put it into a newsletter. It won't work. You need to have very valuable information people will be willing to pay for it. Now, in most cases, a free newsletter you want to have when you have a paid newsletter or not. For example, you'd have a free newsletter that may sell a product or a service, or you actually have a free newsletter that upsells to a paid newsletter with more advanced information. In most cases, a free newsletter is more profitable in my experience, but both do work for sure. There's lots of people making money with paid newsletters. I even have a few myself. So with that said, let me give an example of a free newsletter from Jordan McCulley from contactanyscelebrity.com. Jordan has a private database of 13,000 celebrities' contact information. And he puts it in a private website where you can go into that website and actually look up in a database all their private contact information for basically almost any celebrity you want, 13,000 of them to be exact. He's basically transformed a high school hobby into a highly profitable online business, which is really cool. I'll give you a couple quick stats. 390,000 people visit his site per month. Not only that, 20% of all the people that subscribe to his free newsletter convert into a paid member. I mean, a paid member that actually pay for his 13,000 contact database. And he has over 2,000 paying members to his site. That's over $200,000 a year in income every year. So let me actually read some of Jordan's advice he wants to give you on the paid subscription product. I'd suggest finding a topic that is unique, but that everyone wants or would like to know. Now, don't worry about how popular it may be. For instance, some people think that my celebrity address site is just kind of dorky. But guess who's laughing all the way to the bank while they complain about their 9-to-5 jobs? Now, think of some things that you're naturally talented at and you get excited about. Then explore their profit potential and make sure that you choose something that you enjoy and don't foresee ever getting tired of. If you can do this, you'll never have to work another day in your life once you start making a profit. Now, I'm sure you've seen the advantages of running a newsletter. But my job now is to show you the tools to make it run automatically for you. Now, I use a program called MailLoop. MailLoop is a very powerful tool. I mean, I alone make over $2 million a year just using MailLoop. If you want to go check it out, you can go check it out at mailloop.com, just the way it sounds. Now, I don't have time to go over all the stuff that MailLoop does. It's a very powerful piece of software, but let me give you a couple of quick bits of what it does. First is, it auto-responds automatically to most of your sales inquiry emails and your customer service emails, saving you a ton of time. It automatically extracts all of your order information and puts that information, all the customer information, in your customer database automatically for you. It automatically sends an unlimited amount of delayed autoresponders to your subscribers and your customers on an unlimited sequence. So, for example, if you want to send out an email 3 days later, 7 days later, 2 months later, even a year later, it'll all be done automatically, personalized, all that MailLoop, very easy to do. It also manages your newsletters for you automatically. And it manages an unlimited amount of newsletters, so you can run lots of them. It'll manage your subscribes, your unsubscribes, even schedule mailings for you, so you can mail it while you're not even at home or on vacation. Even when it mails out and you get all these bad email addresses coming back from people that have changed their email address, it'll actually manage those for you and remove them from your list. It does everything. So it's a very powerful piece of software. So let me show you something very easy now in MailLoop, just like how to send out a newsletter mailing, for example. So actually, before I show you how to send out a newsletter mailing, I'd like to take a moment and show you, kind of go over what you see in your screen so you feel a little more comfortable to explain what's happening. So what you see in your screen here, I'm going to go to the left-hand side. This is just some statistics that MailLoop has. Right now, this is a fresh copy of MailLoop I just put on my computer, so it doesn't have any real email addresses, or not only one officially. So you can see your total count of email addresses, active 1, inactive 0. Well, normally there'd be thousands of the active, and inactive are people that may be unsubscribed or you have bad email addresses. And there would be a few there, of course. Then you have total disk space used, your message storage, and your attachment storage, and of course your different logs in case you ever have a problem or you want to go back and check something, they're there for you. Now, MailLoop is a very powerful piece of software. There's a lot of sections here, so you want to make sure, I don't want to get too involved in these things, but I want to give you the kind of 50,000-foot level version of what's happening so you can get a good understanding. You can see there's 9 sections, section 1 here, section 2, section 3, section 4, section 5, and so on. And basically this first section here is just your mail accounts, managing all your incoming mail accounts, so creating a mail account and managing your mail accounts and setting a schedule so it knows when to check your incoming mail and managing all the schedules and so on. This is your next one here is searching for contacts and doing queries. This is to run queries on your databases and finding out, making new lists, finding certain customers, splitting lists, cleaning lists, that kind of stuff, all done automatically, all through Wizards. Don't let some of the jargon I'm throwing at you here confuse you. It's very simple stuff, and it's all through Wizards, which I'll show you momentarily here. And the next one here is sending mail, which is managing all your mailings, for everything from sending an immediate mailing going out, like a promotional mailing or a newsletter, to actually scheduling a mailing, or even viewing past mailings you send out to see what you've sent out in the past. The next one here is autoresponders. This is the one that actually manages all of your autoresponders. So things like all your delayed autoresponders where customers get an email 3 days, 6 days, 9 days later, even a year later. It manages all that, the series they have, what letters they get, and of course you can edit all those through this different interface in this menu. Down here is all the preferences, setting up your test mail account, setting up your signature, your date and format, things like that, managing how it's going to handle duplicate contacts when it gets them. Over here in your contacts and lists, of course, you can create a contact list. You can import contacts to a list or a newsletter. You can find contacts, manage your unsubscribed lists, all that kind of stuff. Down here in your message section, you can compose a new message. This is where all your messages are stored. So you compose a new message. You manage your existing messages. They all sit there. And they're in what we call a message management area. This here's a newsletter area where you can actually manage your newsletters. You set up a new newsletter here. You can manage existing newsletters you have, edit your newsletters, schedule them, that kind of stuff. And down here is your mail filters, setting up all the filters that you have for maybe email addresses that you've blocked that you don't want coming into your email box, or maybe managing all the exclude lists. Maybe you don't want to send out emails to a competitor and you've managed your exclude list. Or you want all your orders coming, all the orders that come in from your merchant account software to automatically that information to be sucked out and put into your customer database for you. It does it all automatically here for you. Very easy, again, to use. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to use by actually using wizards, and the Mailloop has wizards all the way through it to make it extremely easy to use for the beginner and for the advanced person. So let's go into wizards here, and I'm going to pick one of the wizards, which is send out your mailing. So quickly just click on that button. It loads up the actual wizard. It's just a screen to confirm. It says, welcome to the Mailloop 6, sending out mail wizard. Just confirm you want to do this. You click on next. I want to go to the next screen. And right here, you're creating a contact list. So you have a choice to create a contact list. So if I actually want to create a new list because I don't have one, I just click on here and enter my new name in. But I don't actually want to send to an existing subscriber list I have. So I click on use an existing contact list right here. And of course, I want to send out to my marketing tips subscribers. So I click on marketing tips subscribers and then just click on next. Now it's going to send to that list, right? Moving on here, you have a choice here of either creating a new message, if I don't have one created already, and I could just go name the message and make it right there, or I can use an existing message. Now, before we actually did this video, I went out and already made a message and already put it into Mailloop. It only took me a few minutes, and I have it here listed. It's actually called Marketing Tips Newsletter, issue number 96. So I just click on that, and that's the message I want to send to my Marketing Tips subscribers that I picked in the last screen. So I just click on next, and then I'm basically done. I have an option now to preview my message, to see what it looks like, to confirm it looks good in this way I want it to look, or go edit it if there's something wrong with it. And then I can go here and actually send a test mailing to one of my email accounts to make sure it's formatted properly and it looks the way I want it to look when it arrives actually my email account. So let's quickly go and look at preview my message. I'll go to preview my message. It's at the bottom here, so I just scroll to the top. You can see this is the Marketing Tips Newsletter, February 27th, issue number 96. Now notice down here it says, hi, first name, and then first name is in brackets. Well, it's going to mail merge in the customer's first name. So it's going to mail merge in if your name's John. It's going to put John there. Hi, John. Now, Mailloop is a very powerful piece of software, so you can actually mail merge in anything. I mean, you can have the customers, if you have the customer's address and last time they came in and bought from you, the last product they purchased from you, their birthday, you can put anything in there, and you can actually, say, hi, John, thanks for visiting us, since your last visit on July 22nd. I noticed you purchased our product, Car Secrets Revealed, and I want to thank you for coming back and doing business with us again, or whatever it may be. So you can mail merge that in and make it very, very personal. So anyways, everything looks really good here. If I had a problem, I could just click on Edit Message down here and go edit that message and fix it. Now you have the ability to be able to do, graphics. I've done a very simple text message here, but you could do graphics and have pictures and colors if you wanted to. But this is fine with me. My text message is fine, so I'm just going to click on OK. So it looks good. So I previewed my message. Now I want to test it and make sure it actually, looks proper when I receive it. To make sure all my customers, I can see what it's going to look like when my customers receive it or my subscribers are going to receive it. So I click on Send a Test Message. It confirms the email account that I want to send it to, and that's the email account I want the message sent to. So I click on OK, and ta-da, we're done. It sent out the test message. Now at this point, I'd probably want to go check that email account and make sure it's formatted and looks the way I want it to look. And then when I'm done that, I just click on Finish. Now it says your email has been queued to be sent. All done and completed. That's how easy Mailloop is. It's a piece of cake. And all these different things you do in Mailloop is that easy through wizard-driven screens. We try to make it easy for the newbie user and also very, very powerful for the more advanced user. Like I said before, I make over $2 million a year just using this one piece of software. I should mention, too, that we try to make everything really easy for our customers. So when you get a piece of software like this from us, you actually get 22 videos to walk you through step by step on every single different thing that you can use. It's like me watching over your shoulder there, showing you all my little tricks and tips to make sure that you're doing the right things and all the shortcuts, and showing you different ways to use Mailloop. It's the same ways that I use it to make a lot of money, to make sure that you're actually profiting the most you can with this piece of software. I never use PDF files. The reason is because it's very unsecure. In other words, if I put an ebook together and I want to sell this ebook or I want to distribute this ebook, I send out a PDF file. People can take that PDF file, drop it into a news group or website, and give it away, and I can't do anything about it other than sue them. They give it away, 10,000 copies they can give away, and I can't do anything about it. I just have to sue them. This is a very different software in the sense that it now allows you to truly protect your intellectual property, to protect your ebooks. This is how it does it. When you're actually building an ebook, you can go in and literally just tell it what you wanted to tell it. I can say, create new ebook, and then it says, what do you want to collect here? And you actually go click on what you actually want. It's all WYSIWYG driven or wizard driven. You can collect on what you want to collect in it, where you want to load the files and so on. And then it actually creates this ebook, and then you can actually put a logo in there, so your actually logo's there all the time. And so when people open this ebook of your stuff, you're displaying your information here, and you have even your logo built right into this ebook. All point and click, all done automatically by the software. It has a bunch of different things that I really like and I want to talk to you about, because selling information online can be a risky business if you're distributing it electronically. So here we're talking about information and internet marketing. This is a great topic. Well, you know what? If I just put my information onto some kind of ebook and I sell it for $100, $500, $50, doesn't matter, and that PDF file goes out, someone can literally give it to their friends. I can't do anything about it. Give it to 10 other friends. I can't do anything about it. They can literally post that on a website and sell it. And I have to sue them. And by the way, that happened to me. That someone stole my Car Secrets book, put up my exact same sales letter, and the copy, the PDF file they bought from me, they started selling that PDF file. Ripped me right off. Totally illegal. Fraud. Did it. Happens. I built the software solely to solve that problem. I didn't want to distribute any more information online electronically until I could protect myself and guarantee that nobody can steal my information in any way, shape, or form. Hence, we built what's called Ebook Pro. Ebook Pro allows you to have complete control of every single ebook that you have. You have a master, what we call a min screen in Ebook Pro, that allows you to manage all the ebooks. You can create an unlimited amount of ebooks, and the content inside the ebook can be unlimited. It can be 500 pages or 2 pages, doesn't matter. It can have video, it can have audio, it can be a catalog. I don't care. It can do anything. But however, I want to be able to deactivate these things. I want someone actually bounces a check on me, returns the product. I want to be able to take it away. So I can literally go into my little screen on Ebook Pro, type in their username, and deactivate the software. They'll never be able to get into the software, never be able to read that ebook again. I can actually go, and this gets way better. I see people going, wow! Like, you haven't seen anything yet. This gets way better. All right. You can actually, if you're in the ebook, you cannot copy and paste everything and try to copy it out. It's all encrypted on the fly. I can't copy and paste the information and paste it somewhere else and try to copy the stuff. It won't work. It's encrypted on the fly. Very, very cool encryption technology. I can also turn the print feature on and off. I can, per copy, I can say, I don't want anybody to be able to print this. I want everybody to be able to print this. I only want 2 guys out of the 1,000 people that I sold to print this. For that fact, someone calls me up and says, look, man, I am PO'd. I bought your product for $1,000. I can't even print the darn thing off. No problem, sir. What's your username? Okay, yeah, Jeff R. Yeah, let me hang on 1 second. Go to my computer, Jeff R. Just load it up now. You'll be able to print. Click. I can remotely control if he can print on or off of that computer remotely from my little interface. All done through Ebook Pro. And this is my favorite one. I can decide exactly what personal information that you need to give to register the ebook. So I can say, I want all your information. I want your address, your phone number, everything. Now think about that as a sales tool. You say, download my free ebook. Then when they go to get the information, they spend all this time downloading, it says, I want your phone number, your daytime, your nighttime, your address. And now you're collecting all this data from your hottest prospects that have taken the time to download your ebook. I'm getting hot prospect information here, and it keeps it all in a database. And there's one other feature, actually I don't think it's mentioned on here, but it is my favorite one of all of them, is I can control how many copies can be installed. So he tries to give it to his friend, won't install. Still working on his computer, won't install. But if he calls me up and says, hey, I just bought this piece of, I just bought this ebook from you, and I want to load up my laptop for the plane, and I have a home computer and work computer, but after I load it on my work computer, it won't load anywhere else. What else would you like to load it on, sir? I like to load it on my home computer and my laptop. What's your username? It's Jeff R. Go to my little screen, Jeff R. Oh, yes, I see you're only allowed to install 1 copy. Click, click. You're now allowed to install 3 copies. Just install it right now. Now I can install it 3 copies. Now you can totally control it. He can take that software and give it away to as many friends as he wants. Those friends can never install it. He can go and publish it at a news group. He can give it away at websites. I don't care. He can give it to all of his friends in the world. He can never, all of his friends, anybody he gives it to, can never, ever open that ebook. I can control how many copies have been installed. That's cool. It's fun stuff. So now, I sell information online because I feel totally secure knowing they can't copy my stuff, they can't register more copies than I tell them, they can't steal it and sell it and give it to their friends or sell it, try to rip me off. I know they can never cut and paste from it, and I can control the print feature, on or off. Doesn't get any better than that. I have full control over my information. Now you have the ability, because think about this. You sell a $500 product online. People buy it, keep the ebook. Yeah, I want a refund. In a PDF file, any other type of software online, they've got the software. They can ask for a refund. You have to give it to them. It's federal law. 30 days, you have to give a refund. Federal law. You have to give the refund. No problem. I'm shutting the book down. Otherwise, you get people that order your stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to refund. Keep the actual ebook. Hey, it's got a free $500 ebook. We actually set this up that before we allow them to refund, we send them a little nicely worded warning message, let's call it. That the people think they're going to get away with this, they can go buy our product and then come back and return it and get it for free. When they ask for a refund, because we don't want to embarrass people. So when they ask for a refund, say, no problem, we're happy to refund you. I just want to make sure that you're aware that as soon as we refund you, the book will become deactivated. It will not work anymore. So I want to make sure you saved, remembered anything that was important to you before you actually shut that down. So send me an email back to confirm your return, or I will not process it. Without saying, you're stealing from me, don't try it, buddy. You're saying it very nicely, like, well, they're going to deactivate my book. Cuts down returns by a ton. Little tricks like that to make a lot of difference. So anyways, that's an example of Ebook Pro and how it works.